Hey everybody, it's your other host Jack, and welcome back to Living Between Paychecks. It has been a while since I last put out my own video due to coronavirus going crazy here in Texas and not wanting to spread it to local family. But I actually did manage to get to the store, and I found some chicken for a surprisingly good price, despite what's going on. And I picked this up prior to Father's Day, so we're going to do some barbecue chicken legs today. So let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get right into this. We have 3 packs of chicken here. They have pretty good pricing. $4.76, $4.87, $4.22. It's not too bad, actually, even with all that's going on. And I did get a heck of a lot of chicken. So what you want to do is you want to season it. And since I hate touching raw meat, and especially chicken, I got my tongs here. So I'm going to go ahead and lay everything out in, I guess, I don't know how to do it, just a regular fashion, I guess. Doesn't matter, do it however you want, and speed it up for you because this takes a hell of a lot of time. Some pieces of the legs are a lot more meaty than others. Try to get those parts on top first because that's what you're going to be seasoning if you only do one pass. So here I have it both laid out. It took up 2 trays because I have so much chicken. So I'm going to open up with Williams Food Co. Specifically the chicken and pork. It's sweet and spicy. This is some really good stuff. Unfortunately, it's pretty hard to find around here. And this bottle here is a little caked up, so it didn't want to come in pour very well, but you just kind of make it work. Next, I'm going to follow up with some enhancer. This stuff has salt in it, so if you want to add salt, just use this. Don't add salt manually, or manually, as another seasoning. It's unnecessary unless you really want salt. Chili powder, because we're in Texas. You kind of need chili powder in almost everything you do, and I just love using chili powder as a seasoning. It has a great taste. And some, once again, because we're in Texas, ground cumin, just a little bit though. The stuff is extremely strong, and it can alter the taste in a negative way if you use too much of it. And up next, we're going to use some coarse black pepper, specifically someone else's. You don't want to use yours, especially if you don't have to. Sprinkle it on there as much as you want. It's great stuff. And this is extra garlic powder. You don't have to use this if you don't want to, but I love garlic powder, so I'm going to add some. Go a little overboard with it. And that's pretty much done. You could stop there if you want, or you could flip it around and season the other sides. It's up to you. You could also peel the skin and actually season the chicken directly itself. About the enhancer, if you want more salt, you can season the other side, or do not use the enhancer. Just use it on one side. Alright, so everything is now seasoned up, and we want to cover it. You can use foil, you can use saran wrap, or just whatever you have on hand, as long as you don't plan on ever using it again. And you want to keep it in the fridge for about 24 hours. So this is the grill I'm going to be using. It is a Kingsford Pro series. I got this as a Father's Day gift. And we have we actually have a decent sized bit of wood in there. This is for burning out the grill. So if there's any muck or anything in there, you can get rid of it with this. Trying to give it a light. It's a little bit rainy out here. And there it goes. So yeah, go ahead and let this burn for a bit. Once it's all gone, you can actually put in your cooking wood. Alright, so let's go ahead and check it. It's about 275, 280, which is kind of actually right where we want it. And our burning wood is, for the most part, gone. Next up is we're going to actually add the chicken. Don't put it right next to the firebox. Leave a little bit of a gap. Otherwise, you will burn your chicken. You don't want that. You want it to actually be edible instead of leathery.
Unless you're a monster.
Unless you're a monster. Alright, so here we are. This is how we have it all placed down. We had a hell of a lot of chicken, so yeah. Now the stuff on the far end will cook slower. So we're also going to go ahead and just nudge that for some reason. And check out our fire. I added, I think, 1 more piece of wood to it. Just feed it a couple chips at a time. Because if you add too much, it'll just get too hot, and you really do not want that. Right now we're at about 300, 305, well, 305-ish, 310. It's okay cooking temperature. You don't want it to go too much higher than that. As with 2 more chunks added. Just to show that you really do not need a whole lot of wood in this size smoker. Go ahead and cut the choke a little bit. So we don't want a full-on fire going in there. Alright, we're still at a good temperature about 30 minutes later. and it's starting to get a nice color to it. Now, if you don't want your skin to dry out when you're seasoning it, put oil on it. You can use whatever oil you want. And here, about an hour and a half later, we're just going to probe it. We're going to check the chicken closest to the fire to see how where it is. You don't want 150, you want at least 160, 165. 165 preferably. It's no good on the far end, so it's definitely not going to be any better on the far end. Wait, did I say near end? Or did I say far end? It doesn't matter. So anyway, the temperatures are no good. Go ahead and let it sit and cook for another 15-20 minutes. Here we are a little bit later. 10 minutes prior to pulling off your chicken, you want to go ahead and sauce it. So we're going to use this little basting brush, and we're going to put barbecue sauce on our chicken that we're about to pull off. And I have a little visitor here, keeping me company. Don't mind her. So you can put on as much as you want. Do not leave them on there for too long, because you will end up with burnt chicken. Well, burnt barbecue sauce, and it's not good. So after about 10 minutes, we're going to go ahead and pull them off. And when I say pull them off, I'm just referring to the several next to the firebox, because those are done. The rest are not. So you're going to have to start rotating the rest of the chicken forward closer to the firebox as it goes on. It could take an extra 20-30 minutes for the rest of the chicken to finish. Overall, the entire cooking process took maybe 3 hours. The first batch was done in 2 hours, 15-20 minutes. And it just went up from there. And okay, so yeah, there you have it. Barbecue roasted or smoked chicken legs, depending on how high or low you have your temperature. It's time consuming to do and somewhat labor intensive, but it's not hard. You just watch your temperature. Make sure you don't put too much wood in, because if you put too much wood, your temperature gets too high. Making sure to rotate your chicken forward after you take the finished chicken out, so it can finish cooking as well. But yeah, it's not all that hard. Definitely do give it a try if you have access to a barbecue pit. Or if you don't, maybe a friend can do it. So yeah, you can catch us here on YouTube every Tuesdays and Fridays, hopefully for the most part. We can also catch us on Facebook at Living Between Paychecks Kitchen and Instagram at Living Between. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll hope to see you next time.